My name is Isaac Chaudhary and I had an awesome childhood. Since I was the only child of my parents, I got everything there was. And they loved me, my parents cared for me. I was the literal Raja at home. But one day when I was playing down, I was teased for my color. In fact, I was teased for many things. That was the first hurt that I ever got. But because I wanted to be friends, I didn't say anything. Life went on and I continued being bullied for my color. All the bullying started to impact my personality. And I wasn't aware of it, but it was happening to me. Fast forward, in school also sometimes I would get bullied for my color. They would call me names like Kala Kaluta, or they would say that, if you close the light, I will disappear. Even though I laughed it off, I was really hurting inside. And it created an insecurity complex in me. Then what happened one day, as I grew in my classes, my confidence started to grow because of the friends that God had placed in my life. They started to affirm me in the way I was, and there was nothing wrong with me. There were teachers who affirmed me, and I started to develop talents, whether in arts and especially dancing. And as I started to develop talents, I became confident. I still had the void in me, but I knew that I had achieved certain things that will gain me acceptance. Now the second chapter of my life was about to unfold. My mother insisted that I took tuition classes for English during the 12th board examination. This was the year 2003. I listened to my mother hesitantly and I went. There I met a sir who was teaching me tuition. And towards the end of my tuition, he told me about Jesus. And I felt weird because in a tuition you're thinking they're going to ask you how your preparation going. But one day he just spoke to me about Jesus and about how important he is to him. And he prayed for me. And I just smiled and nervously and I just left. But I knew something had happened, and that memory has still not left till this day. Life continued. I went into college, and by God's grace I got into St. Stephen's College. Now already a lot of changes had begun to happen in my life. Now this was an opportunity for me to redefine myself, to reinvent myself. I became conscious of the way I looked because I was a little chubby back then. So I started working out and I became buffer and I became leaner and I started to look good. And my confidence grew because I was going for St. Stephen's College. And one day, because of my course, I had to read about different religions as part of a study. I started to read about a lot of religions, but God was doing something behind the scene. Suddenly, I remember going to my house, and just for the purposes of study, I got so fed up learning so many religions. I started to research a little bit just for my own knowledge. And I came across a page where it talked about Jesus. And they were very exclusive statements about Jesus, about accepting him and about knowing him and accepting him as a personal Lord and Savior. These words didn't mean much to me, but I thought, why is it written in such an exclusive way? Whereas no other faith portrays it that way. And I continued researching, I continued doing my life. Suddenly one day, when I was doing a research, my interest started to grow. I felt like the void that was empty, something was beginning to fill. I was hitting the right spot. And one day when I was reading, I read that Jesus had died for me. Not just a global event that he died, but he died for me personally. I remember that moment when I read those words, it felt different than the way I had heard in the church. I remember pinching myself and I felt a little pain. And suddenly it was like this is what God also felt when he was on earth. It was not that he was here devoid of pain or he was on a cosmic level. He was here as a human. Everything made sense. It was as if some blocks opened up in my mind. And when those blocks opened up, my emotions came rushing in. And I realized what God had actually done for me. And I broke down. And in that moment, I became different. I accepted Jesus as my Lord and Savior. Even though I had known about Jesus, something was still missing. And I started to spend time with the Lord. It is in spending the time with the Lord when I realized the void started to completely fill. And I knew that this is exactly what was required. And as I spent time with the Lord in the chapel, God started to change my heart. the zeal to prove that I wanted to be something, the zeal to prove that I could be someone better, that little bit anger that I had because of the bullying, it diminished. Suddenly, I didn't have to carry that weight to prove myself because I was already accepted. Suddenly, my internal issues that I was dealing with, they started to lose their grip on me. I earlier was trying to forgive people in my own strength, but I still held the grudge. But now I was able to release them and actually see them as options for new restarts. Moving forward, God allowed me to have various experiences. I got friends who introduced me to church, a community, and there I saw a different way of living that I had never seen before. I had a friend who faithfully would come to my house and call me in the afternoon to come for a youth fellowship. When I started to go there, God brought mentors in my life, and mentors started to show me where I was lacking or what I needed help for, and that really helped. And now today I work in Life Jam, a global youth ministry. I've been working here for 7 years as an assistant manager, and I get the same opportunity to meet dozens of Isaacs and to be able to speak to them the gospel in a creative manner. It's been 18 years since I accepted Jesus in my life. Seeing my life, my mother's life changed. She accepted the Lord, and my first cousin also accepted the Lord. Maybe this was something that happened because of what I did, or maybe it was a conviction they had on their own. But I'm glad that God used my life. Till today, I have no regrets of how my life turned out to be. I am just grateful, and I want to give this one message. Never underestimate God's love for yourself. He truly knows what you're going through, and He knows how to pull you up. His plans are thought through and for your benefit. And if you trust Him today, He will never let you down. Even today, I hear His voice, "Get up, son."